Peace. What's up, everybody? Hope everybody doing good. Again, I'm doing great. Had an alright day. Got through the day. You know, another day, another spiritual dollar. You ain't doing nothing but sitting here, being bored. Just thought I'd come on and start talking about some things. About whatever, actually. Yeah. I always forget about what I want to talk about as soon as cause I'll be freestyling. So maybe I'll start making a list or something. So I won't forget, what I want to talk about, before I get on. But yeah. Another day, another spiritual dollar. Most of us that's getting into speaking publicly, so to speak, and trying to spread, our message or our truth or what we think need to be spread. I really think it's a lot more than meets the eye going on with people. A lot of us is being tested with stuff that you can't even really talk about. But I think that's always been the case. It's just that when we was in a state, in a sleep, most of us, when we was in a sleep state, we couldn't even tell that those people that we was probably even watching or listening to or striving real hard for things, was going through stuff. That's another thing about people who, not a weak-minded people, always think that everybody's life, think that, you know how people judge. I mean, people judge athletes, they judge just people that in the public eye, people that are seen by others. They always judge them, as if like their life is easy or something. Like, you could have on a new pair of sneakers, and most people with sucker mentality, they gonna think you got them easy, as opposed to thinking like, dang, maybe dude had to work hard for them Jones. He had to work a lot of hours, or who knows what he had to go through in the street to get them new sneakers. You know what I mean? But the weak-minded people always take the low road, the low thoughts. And I ain't gonna lie, one of my kids, one day we was having a conversation and he said to me, he said, hey Pop, he said, man, you never know what's going on inside the mind of a hater. And that joint stuck with that statement he made stuck with me, because you really never really know what's going on. You can never know what's going on inside the mind of a hater, because a hater is capable of anything. Anything. The worst of things. A hater will steal, a hater will lie, all that stuff, man. A hater, who knows what is the drive. Somebody that's just hating all the time, just hating, worrying about other people, worrying about how a person did this or got that, all that kind of mess, you know what I mean? But, that's just how I go, you know what I'm saying? That's how I go with those types, you know what I mean? Because really, thorough people always take the high road, take the more difficult road, you know what I mean? And that's just something I noticed in life. Something I, noticed in life. Most of the people that even, especially the stuff that I got the most knowledge about, like even through boxing and even mainstream Islam, being a real Muslim for a number of years, there was always a difference between the people that, let's say, the people that hung around the masjid, sat for talks and lectures and actualized, the religion in public, and in private. These people always was stronger. They was always stronger people. Stronger than the people that just was like, you had a difference between, that's just like a difference between a practicing Muslim and a Assalamu alaikum Muslim. Just a Muslim is Assalamu alaikum, alaikum salam and all that, you know what I'm saying? Well, yeah, I don't eat pork, and that's it. But they don't do much else besides that. Christians the same way. And yeah, all the religions, belief systems, it's the same dynamic, the same thing, you know what I mean? But it's always harder to it's harder for people that's trying to do the right things. You know what I'm saying? It's always like that. You know what I mean? But that's just from the nature of how stuff is. You know what I mean? You know, it's going to be good for us to really. I think it's good. You know, I've been being moved to talk about different things. You know, just to try to make what's the word? You know, make a contribution to this push. You know, because it's a serious push going on. I see it, not just coming from me, coming from others that I pay attention to, people I personally know. It's a couple friends of mine. They doing they doing their thing too. You know what I mean? And I'm not surprised because they always was the type for that. So I'm not surprised at all. But like I touched on yesterday, a lot of us is basically coming with the same basic things, not the same, because like I said, we are all unique, and everybody gonna bring their personality to this push the same way, just like anything else. You know what I mean? And it's actually a team effort. Positive people, positive individuals that really truly care about themselves and truly care about others, and care about uplifting themselves and uplifting others. They gonna the ones that always make that move is always gonna be them, and then you'll have the people that got a certain amount of strength, like when they hear something good or whatever, and they go behind it, they follow it. But and then like I said, you always got opponents. You always have opponents. You can't. Every live dope superhero always had a major opponent. You know what I mean, to him. Superman, Lex Luthor, Batman had the Joker and the Penguin and all of them. You always gonna have that. You know what I'm saying? But that's the nature of the game. And when we dealing with all these different realities, that we dealing with, we gonna have to know that we gonna constantly encounter opposition, especially when you're talking to people that don't want to change. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people comfortable in belief systems, because they know how to dance around the rules or whatever. I used to be like that too, but I'm just saying. Or just through the conditioning, we are conditioned to be opposing, to oppose. People don't even know that the doctrine that they follow, it taught them it's teaching them how to go against themselves. You know what I mean? To reject their own stuff, whether it's in the symbols, symbology that you may encounter in your religion. Be like, what's that? That's a snake, or that's a star, or what's that? That's a witch star. Like, what is that? What is that? All this different stuff, and people look at it and be like, yo, man, I don't even want. What's that? They don't even know that's their stuff. You know what I mean? And you got to talk to people on their level too. You know what I mean? Because some stuff, had it been dropped on me too heavy, too hard, I would just be like, no, I ain't messing with that. You know what I mean? Maybe even now I still got stuff that I'll be like, no, I take my time. I'll be like, I'll get back to that. I'll listen to that, because I might still be going through some stuff with the stuff I'm dealing with right now. You know what I mean? So if I take on that, it may scramble a little bit more. So you got to pace yourself with the truth. Don't pace yourself with the truth. The truth is the truth, regardless. But sometimes people don't be ready for certain stuff. You know what I mean? You got to keep stuff basic, And, we all most of us come from some type of background of, we're going to be tested with stuff, I don't care whether you so-called white, so-called black, whether you come from here, you come from there. Everybody is dealing with programming, belief systems, some type of bias. I'm not going to call it natural bias because little kids ain't biased. And you see children from different backgrounds, meaning their parents and their grandparents come from different backgrounds, and you put them all together in a room, they're gonna play together without no problem. They ain't gonna be like, oh, he white, or he black, or he, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Or he Asian. No, all these kids, they're gonna come in and they're gonna play with each other. You ain't gonna think about it. So it ain't even natural. We taught how to look at people. We taught how to look at people differently based on how they look, or how they dress, or where they come from. We taught that. So we gotta unlearn that. We really gotta unlearn that, and stick to a strong character, or example of a strong character. You know what I mean? And I think that'll produce what a lot of us is looking for in life. You know what I mean? Because I know I'm looking to be, I am happy. You know what I mean? I'm happy right now, this instant, because I know myself. Most of all, I know myself. So that makes me very, very happy. Regardless of, I might have a money problem or anything. Like even personal stuff. No, I'm very, very, very happy with how my life is going right now. And I'm gonna continue on the path I'm on. You know what I'm saying? Because it's real. It's not fake. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't following behind nobody. I'm following me. So I never was a follower. That's how I got here. But I did follow programming to a certain degree, to a great degree. You know what I mean? And I had to fight my way out of that. You know what I mean? And for real, for those of us who used to be hanging out in the streets and stuff like that, who got away from that, getting away from belief systems and following behind people that don't mean it's no good, that's harder than getting away from the streets. Because for real, inside some of these belief systems and all that, and following behind some of these corny individuals, they'll give you ways to stay in the street. They'll condone some bull mess, and you'll find yourself you'll still be with them, and be doing some negativity. But nah, get with the real program. The real program is knowing yourself, following your own inner guidance, and you'll make the right kind of friends. You'll have the right kind of relationships in your life, whether it be from your personal life, your business life, just like your homies and your girlfriends and stuff like that. You will find the people that's right for you if you follow yourself. Especially if you're trying to follow that, the good guidance, the good stuff. And what I mean by good, I mean like stuff that we know right from wrong. Right from wrong is right from wrong is kind of natural. You got natural laws that you take something that ain't yours, you already know. Stuff like that, you know what I mean? So, getting back or getting to what's best for us is what I would say that I'm on and I'm trying to be on. And by me, like I said, learning makes me happy. So that's why I'm sticking to that. And I constantly, all day long, I don't take no days off. I'm constantly trying to figure stuff out, you know what I mean? And get better every day. Just trying to get better with myself, you know what I mean? And talking makes it better. Talking does make it better. So I appreciate anybody who has ever liked my videos or viewed it, took the time to view it. I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully I'll see y'all again soon. Peace.